Hey y'all, good morning. We're back. I'm gonna be back because, well, I always wanted to be back, but today we are having Q2Q slash tech weekend for 9 to 5 at Belmont University in the Fisher Center. If you're new, my name is Megan. I'm a freshman musical theater major at Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. And because I'm a freshman, we aren't in our shows. Like, you audition for them in the second semester and you aren't guaranteed to be cast. And we tech the shows. And for 9 to 5, I am the music assistant, which means that I assist our music director, Miss Jolynn Burks, and I get to sit in the pit. It's like 8:30 right now, and rehearsal starts at 10. Me and the other people of, like, the other freshmen that are on the main crew team. That sounds weird. It's the stage manager, the assistant stage manager, the dance assistant, and then the music assistant. Because it's gonna be it's not gonna be a long day for everyone, but it's been a long rehearsal process for us. And this past week, we've had sits probe, and then our poor stage managers and our set crew had like 6 hours of spacing on the stage, like pre-Q2Q, or like paper tech, to just spike everything so today could go smoothly. We're gonna go to Proper Bagel. It's just a bagel shop that is right across from the Fisher Center. Yeah. If you don't know what the Fisher Center is, it's where the Dolly Parton musical premiered and did their out-of-town tryout. And that was on our campus, which was really cool. Oh, my slip bag. Yeah. So I was thinking I was gonna film this whole weekend because today's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then tomorrow is 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. And I was gonna run some errands in the morning, do some grocery shopping, maybe see if a friend would come with me. Yeah. I haven't decided if I want to go by myself yet, because sometimes you need those moments. We got our themes for Tech Week. We always do like dress up themes, and Tech is always pajama day. Yeah, because we like to be cozy, especially for Q2Q because it's so long. Okay. Tomorrow's hair wash day, so I'm just gonna put all the crap in my hair, because why not? And I also thought that in this video, I would talk a little bit about why I chose Belmont, because everyone right now is kind of figuring out where they want to go to school in the college audition process, or just kind of in general. And I thought I'd want to talk a little bit about why Belmont was the school for me. So I didn't plan this, so I don't have anything written down to like remind myself of what. So I'm just gonna be talking on the fly. In my junior year of high school, Belmont was originally one of my top choices. I was like in love with the school. I loved everything about it. I loved that we had to take modern. I loved that we sang in choir. I loved everything about it. And I was like, I do want to come here so bad. As we came to my senior year, my rankings of where I wanted to go kind of changed for no particular reason. And I think it's really just because I didn't audition on campus because none of the dates worked for me. And that's one of the things that makes Belmont so special, is the campus. And I think that's one of the reasons why it kind of dropped from the top of my list, because it was just one of the only schools that I didn't go on campus for. But I submitted my virtual audition, and then a couple days later, I got it. And I was like, whoa, no freaking way. Oh, this is like not tight enough. So then I set up a time and a day to come visit campus. And I shadowed and did some classes, and I got to see last year's production in the Fisher Center, All Shook Up. And like, wow. I was sitting there, and the Fisher Center is beautiful. I like walked in and I was like, where the hell am I? Why is this like the coolest building I've ever been in? And then I went inside the theater and I was like, and then I heard and saw the show, and I was like, my eyes like bugged out of my head. I was like, whoa. And I got to go backstage for their circle, and it was closing night. So it was just a really sweet, like, evening to be there, because they gave gifts to the directors, and I got to hear how like the students talked about the faculty, and that was really special, because a lot of them were like, you're like my second mom, you're like my second dad, I just appreciate you so much. It was stuff like that I was like, wow, like, it's so clear how much the students love the faculty and how much the faculty love the students, and you can like see how loved the students feel. And I was like, wow, this is really beautiful. And then they did their circle, and because it was last show, they prayed over the seniors. It was really beautiful to watch. And after that, I watched the show. Obviously, it was incredible, as I said. And then the next day, I got to shadow. And so I went to classes from like 8 a.m. to like sitting through some rehearsals to like 5. I really got like the sense of a day, which was really cool. And I got to go to like stage movement and ballet, music history, understanding the Bible. I got to go to like everything. And I got to see let me not get ahead of myself. I was mostly hanging out with a couple of the the current sophomores. They were freshmen then. And they were just like, I can't describe it any other way. They were just like lovely to like be around. They answered all of my questions. They used their meal swipe for me in the dining hall. They bought me coffee. They were just like lovely. And like, it was so clear that they wanted me to be there, and they wanted me to feel like this could be a place for me. And like, because obviously like, now that students are visiting, I'm like, oh, I just want you to go here. Like, I want to know you, all these things. But like, at that time, like, I could feel what the community would feel like if I went here. And so I was like slowly falling in love. And I asked a couple more questions, like, we double cast our big shows, and we do 4 musicals a year, and from your sophomore year to your senior year, you are always guaranteed casting. So by the time you leave, you'll have at least 6 musicals on your resume. I like just like loved everything they said about the faculty, like about the voice teachers. Like, it's not randomly placed. Like, the coordinator is so last year it was Miss Nancy, now it's Miss Erica. She like puts you in your voice studio, like does her research about you, and like tries to find where you would fit best, which I just loved. Because a lot of other schools I talked to, they're like, oh yeah, it's just really random, whoever has space. And I'm like, you don't think about like what the chemistry of that could be at all? I'm filming on my phone right now, but on my phone I had a pros and cons list of everything. Obviously it was incredible because it was in Nashville, and the campus is beautiful, and like you're just in Music City, so everyone's musical, which is just like incredible. And I loved the idea of being in Nashville. No. So I watched that whole day. I got to watch senior showcase dress rehearsal, which was incredible. And this was something that there was one moment that was like, wow, I love how much they care about the students. Was I overheard, I have a hair falling out. I overheard one of the seniors that year talking about how, they were like, oh, because they were all like trying out their outfits and their like makeup and stuff like that, and I overheard them saying, I think, which lipstick should I wear? I think they're gonna like this one more, but this is the one I kind of want to wear. And they were like, oh, we'll just wear the one you want, and then they'll tell you to change it. And then I was thinking, and you might think that's like crazy, but I remember overhearing that, and I was like, they care so much about you and how you present yourself, that they care about the kind of lipstick you wear and the color. Like, they just want you to look and do your best all the time. And I just like, it really felt like it was like individual, and like the care was really being placed onto each student. And then when I was watching notes, they were like, oh, I love this outfit you're going on. I think your leather skirt may be a little too short. Let's look for some cute leather shorts. It's just like the detail work that they do and they put into your person and how you present yourself, I just really loved. They obviously were just like cracked, incredible. And like, it made me realize why everyone, like, because people say like there's a Belmont sound. And like, there's a reason why people call Belmont Beltmont. Like, the Belmont sound doesn't lie. And maybe I'm just biased, but like, damn, do we sound good. It's not a we yet. Damn, do they sound good. Because I haven't got to be in a show yet. But they sounded so good. And I was like, so that's the finished product. I want to be that. And I want them to turn me into that. Yeah, that was really incredible. And then the next day I came back and I went to go to a voice lesson. It was one of Miss Erica's students. I went to her voice lesson. Was this cute? I liked it the other day when I did it, but maybe I don't like it anymore. And I got to watch her work with, I guess, one of the current seniors. And like, not only was she cracked, but the way that like they talked, I just loved the way that she taught. And then I got to go to their voice seminar, and I got to watch how she like individually worked with everyone, which was really cool. And then she gave this like pep talk at the end of seminar and was like, and she calls her studio, like she calls everyone her chickens. Specifically her studio is like the chicken studio. But now that she's coordinator, everyone's her chicken. But what's really nice that I saw happen was she was like, don't walk into a room like doubting yourself. You need to walk in that room thinking, if not you, then who? And she was like, cause if not you, then who? You're a chicken. You deserve to be like watched and for people to value the work that you do, and people will do that because you're incredible. And just like watching, like, I don't know, it was just like so incredible to watch this pep talk and to like feel like you can tell how emotionally supported the students are. Yeah, so that was all just like incredible, and I was like, wow, this place feels like an incredible place to like train and learn and like grow as people. And like everyone I talked to, when I was like, oh, why did you choose Belmont? And they were like, everyone was like, the community. And you're like, okay, you have friends. Like, what? But when I like saw the community and the way that everyone was so like loving to each other was just like next level. And that's something I'll say, like, now going here, like, the Belmont community is, like, incredible. Like, I can't imagine a better community somewhere else. I'm sure lots of schools have great communities. I can't imagine, like, a better community than what we have going right now. And, like, the way the faculty support us and the way that we all support each other and always want us to win. And what they always tell us is that there's plenty of pie for everyone. So I would say that there isn't a lot of, like, competitiveness in our program, like, or, like, meanness in terms of, like, that. It's, like, because we all want each other to see, and this probably helps because of the double casting, but, like, it never feels like you're competing with anyone else for, like, something. It never feels like you have, like, a rival or, like, anything like that. Okay, so I gotta hurry up because I have to go because I'm meeting people at Proper, but those are the reasons I really chose Belmont, and I feel like I've never regretted my decision at all. It's like, it feels like where I was meant to be, which feels really good to like feel like you don't regret your decision, to like, it feels like every day I'm affirmed in the fact that I made the right decision, because everything that I like heard about is true. Like, the sound, just everyone sounds so good, everyone's so talented, they're so, we're taught how to be easy to work with, we're prepared for auditions in ways that I, like, couldn't even describe. I went to my first cattle call, last weekend, and, like, a lot of people had no idea what was going on, and like their schools did just not help them. And like our schools, we did so many screenings on our materials because you had 60 seconds and they timed us and they timed us and they timed us and they timed us. And it's part of our juries every semester. Like they just prepare us for ways I can't even explain. We have so many guest artists come in, and like speakers, and we learn so much from them. I don't know. It's just like, I love my school, and that's why I chose my school, but I really do believe that like there's a feeling that you get when a school is right for you. And I really did feel it here. And honestly, like to say like that's the main reason I chose it just because it felt right sounds kind of stupid, but like you're gonna know when something like feels right and when you feel at home in a place. And I always thought that seemed like kind of bullshit. Like I always was like, what do you mean you feel at home? It's a college campus, like it's not your home. But like I felt it. I don't know why I'm putting on makeup. I literally did not think I was going to, and then I just felt kind of like an egg with the slick back on. One of my friends, exposing him, he was like, I feel like slick backs make people look like Mickey Mouse with no ears. And now I can't unsee it. Like, what do you mean I look like Mickey Mouse with no ears? And like I see it. Like I know what he means. Like I get it. I'm just not gonna stop doing it. I had to like go because I just got a text that they were like heading over there. It's almost 9 a.m. Wow. I've also been sick for like a month and I needed to go away. Especially because after 9 to 5 is over, like the week after essentially, they're going to announce what next year's shows are, and then auditions are going to be immediately after. And so I'm going to need to lock in and listen to the cast album and prep for my audition, and I need to not be sick for that. We also have mocks. We do mock auditions. So like they send us a call like a week or 2 weeks before, and then you just have to prepare for the call and like target a specific character. It's for like regional theaters or like EPAs for Broadway, stuff like that. And they like, our faculty like sits on the stage and they pretend to like look at our resume for the first time. Well, because they kind of are. They're like re-looking at our resume, making sure everything looks good. And then we like do our cut, and they'll ask us who we're targeting just to like basically grade us on how obvious it, not grade, but like assess how good we were at targeting a specific character and if that character was age appropriate and stuff like that. And then they'll ask us if we had to sing a second song, what would it be? And ideally that would target a different character in the season or in the show. But ours is gonna be not this week, but the next week, because I also need to lock in for that, because as much as like, because this is a very supportive environment and it's an okay place to fail, no one wants to fail in front of everyone. So I just need to not be sick, because I also am trying to get a lot of my stuff done and my voice lesson. Like, it's just a bad time to be sick right now. And like, I'm not contagious anymore. I'm just hacking it up. I'm gonna talk a little bit while I'm finishing up about like what I do as music assistant. So what I do is I take notes on the music, like making sure they're all doing the cutoffs right, and I like send the music notes to our station manager to put them out every day. And I really am just Miss Jolene's assistant, so I help her with whatever she needs. Sometimes she just doesn't have time to eat, and I'll go pick her up food, or I'll carry her keyboard to wherever. I get to, in the middle of the show, if the mix and her in-ears is wrong, I get to fix her mix. I also, so like the other day I filled in for someone because someone wasn't at Sits Probe, so I sang backstage vocals for a song, 10 or 2. I get to have my own in-ear, so I get to kind of experience what it's like. I guess, well, I do sit in the pit, but like I get to like experience what that's like. I finna be in the pit. I also made the mic plot, and I do a lot of communication with the sound people. About like the mics and the lavaliers, and then / labs. Labs? I always call them labs, but I think they're lavaliers. Anyway, this is a mistake because I'm gonna have this makeup on till 10 p.m. You know, just my little PJs. And I also, I have to grab my stuffed animal because we all will usually bring our stuffed animals to Q2Q. about to start, and we're here. I'm with Emily.
Hello.
And we always bring our stuffed animals to QDQ. That was Scuttlebutt you saw in the last clip. He's adorable and my favorite. And yeah, QDQ starts in like 10 minutes, if that. We're early. Because early is on time.
Early is on time.
This is a high five. Thank you. Down in the pit.
I'm finna be in the pit.
So it's been an hour-ish, and I haven't done anything yet because we're still doing spiking and spacing. We're basically doing all that this morning. So I'm going on a coffee run for the production team. Yeah, that's the update. Heading to Bongo Java. I think there's live music happening there right now, if you can hear that. Okay. Okay, whoa, it's really bright. Okay, so on another food run for Miss Jolynn, and we're just doing Q2Q. We're working our way through Act 1. Going pretty slow, but that's okay. It's just kind of sad because it's so beautiful out, and we're all talking about how, like, of course, on, like, this beautiful day so far, we are stuck inside the theater for 12 hours. We got our mock audition call that I was talking about. We got it today. It's for A Grand Night of Singing, which is a Rodgers and Hammerstein review. And I've decided I'm going to sing My Lord and Master from The King and I, because I sang it last semester in my voice lesson. And then I'm going to do, they always ask like what you would pair it with. For my second song, I'm going to do No Other Love from Me and Juliet. But yeah, that'll be not this week, but the next. But I just have to make my cuts for those. Let's get to cracking. That's what life is like right now. Okay, so I'm heading on my dinner break. Dinner break's supposed to be at 6, but I'm going at 5 because at 6, Miss Jolynn, because she also plays piano in the pit on top of conducting, she wants to practice, and I'm going to read the dialogue for her while she practices. So I'm having my dinner break an hour before everyone else, but I'm not super hungry, so I'm just going to go back to my dorm. I like truly was not doing anything, so I started watching Sleepless in Seattle on my iPad. Yeah, so we're gonna finish that and probably just have a snack. I don't know, I'm gonna go back to my dorm, see where the wind takes me. Okay, so what happened was I took a nap, and then I woke up from this nap, and I was about to be like, okay, let me like drag myself to the theater so I could be there at 6:20 so we could practice. Then I get a text saying that she wanted to nap for the whole hour. Bless. So I got to watch some more Sleepless in Seattle. I am now rejuvenated because of my like 20-30 minute nap. And I'm about to head back to the theater. I'm trying to be there just a little early just because I feel bad because I left early because I thought I was going to have this break, and then I ended up having the break. But I had a nap, and that was so good. So yeah, it's almost 7, so I'm about to head back. Sleepless in Seattle. I have like 15 minutes left. I don't really know how this is all gonna get wrapped up in 15 minutes, but it's been a good watch. I've become a big movie person, like Letterboxd and stuff like that. I can put my Letterboxd in the description. So cool. Okay, it's like 8 o'clock now, and I'm on another food run to get a milkshake. But yeah, we're still working our way through Act 1 as we have since 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, I guess, but it's 8 o'clock. We still have more Q2Q tomorrow, so it's all gonna happen. It's all gonna get done, like it always does. I finished Sleepless in Seattle. I just started Juno. It's kind of funny because I like don't want everyone to see that I'm watching a movie, but I don't have anything else to do. And so every time someone walks over, I just turn it off and take my headphones off because I'm like sitting there like this. But like no one else is doing anything, so does it like really matter if they saw it? No. Okay, so finally back in my dorm. Well, I was here not that long ago because I took a nap. Very glad that today is over. I'm very tired, but I do have to wash my hair because I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a lot of junk. So I have to do that. But then the plan for tomorrow is I have to do some grocery shopping. And yeah, I have to be at rehearsal at 12:15. I'm getting there a little early because we decided, me and Mr. Lynn, that we're gonna practice before rehearsal. So we're gonna do that. Rehearsal technically starts at 1. We're gonna keep going with Q to Q. We got mostly through Act 1 today. And then rehearsals technically from 1 to 10:30. It was really funny though because I was watching my movies, but every time someone walked over, I'd like put it away. And then without noticing, Sham, our director, comes up and goes, "What are we watching, Bridgerton?" I was watching Juno. And I was like, no. But it was also funny because Ms. Jolyn was watching puppy videos. Because it was Q to Q, like we weren't doing a lot. But I was like, no. I was like, but I could be scrolling on TikTok right now and I'm not. And he's like, I'm glad you're consuming real content. And like, yeah, I've really been trying to be more of a movie person because I want to like know more about like directors and like actors because I just think that's really beneficial. And doing stuff like that, like watching TV shows or like watching movies, listening to musicals or new like albums, it's all like learning, I guess. And that's been one of my goals this year is to like kind of consume content and use it as like a learning opportunity, but it's still like a fun experience, I guess. Like last night, a couple of us got together and we watched the American in Paris pro shot and like wow, what a freaking dream show. Now I have to lock in on my ballet, like because I'm not the worst in ballet, but I am not American in Paris level, and wow, I want to be able to do that. But yeah, so it's been a long day. Just have to wash and blow dry my hair, well, and shower obviously, and then I'll be ready for bed, and then gonna get up probably like 9 o'clock ish, and I'm gonna go shopping around 10. Yeah, I mean, you'll see me in the morning, but I'll probably be going to bed in like probably an hour. Yeah, that was today, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Okay, so it's like I'm only in the parking garage, so I'm not like driving. It is like 10:15, and we're gonna head to Target and Trader Joe's just to get groceries. Oh, stop that. That was awful. Yeah, I ended up going to bed around like midnight. But because rehearsal starts at 1/12:15 for me, I got to sleep in just a little bit, which is really lovely. Okay, welcome to my grocery haul. Peach Red Bull, the best flavor of energy drink. But then they only had 1 pack, so I got a big pack of Bloom, because if I'm gonna get through Tech Week, I'm gonna need these. And then I got pretzel crisps, Goldfish, Aquaphor, ibuprofen, shampoo, tweezers, micellar water, lipstick, toothpaste, off-brand veggie straws. I'm trying these for the first time. They're the rice cake crackers, and they're apple cinnamon. And then my favorite chips, the Popcorners kettle corn flavor. And then new flavor of the Clarabelles to try, this chocolate dough. And then chocolate strawberry Power Crunch bars and the cookies and caramel Clarabelles. This was all like almost $200. Oopsies. But yeah, I'm gonna put it all away, and then I'm gonna go to the caf and get some lunch. And then rehearsal with Miss Jolynn. So, see y'all when I move somewhere new next. Okay, so I went to the caf, basically sped ate as much as I could in the shortest amount of time, like literally 5 minutes. And now I'm heading to the Fisher Center for rehearsal with Miss Jolynn. Everyone will be there at 1. So yeah. So clearly the wind is crazy right now. But just went on first coffee run of the day for Miss Jolynn. We had a rehearsal here with Emily. Rehearsal just started. Again. We're back again. Yeah. Mistake was made because it's hot as hell outside. Yeah. And we're both in sweatpants. Yeah.
Long sleeve shirt, Uggs, you know.
The perfect summer day kind of vibe in March. Okay, so it's like 5:30-ish, and I just left rehearsal to go get Miss Jolynn some dinner because we're gonna practice during the dinner break. And yeah, we like just started Act 2, which is pretty normal. We usually work pretty slow during these cutie cues. So yeah, we're just doing that. We're doing lots of spacing because we're finally on the stage, spiking everything. But yeah, just gonna go get some Arby's. Okay, so we're all on our dinner break. I just speed ate a burrito from one of our on-campus dining. It's called Nativo, but they like change the name every year. I'm in the beautiful Fisher Dance Studio / rehearsal space. Yeah, this was the full fit Winnie the Pooh sweatpants. And yeah, what's so cool is so Miss Jolynn was in the Buddy Holly story on Broadway and on the national tour. She has this jacket from when she was in it. So Ursula, we're back in like 30 minutes. We're gonna get it going. Okay, so what's gonna be really interesting to see how today goes is we got earlier today, but I didn't think it was gonna be a big problem, was a national like weather service thing. Yeah, I think it's like a tornado something, and it's apparently supposed to hit around like 8 o'clock. So I moved my car out of the loading dock because I definitely did not want to have to move it at 10:30 tonight. But if the storm is as bad as I guess we think it's gonna be, rehearsals are ending at 10:30, or I guess if we just have to go into shelter, we're gonna have to go behind the stage, like where the prop tables are, and go into shelter. Is it a show if there isn't possibly a little mishap or something like that? When we were having senior show season back in January, we got like a crazy ice storm. It was like our campus looked like Narnia, and we had to reschedule a bunch of senior shows. I'm walking down to the Fisher, and I'm walking down these stairs, and like, look at that little like view. So pretty. So we got out of rehearsal early because of the tornado watch. So now I'm just hanging out in the lobby with some people. Okay, it's raining, but I'm gonna film this last clip because it is literally 1 a.m. because I was hanging out in the lobby of, not my dorm, but my friend's dorm, for like 3.5 hours. Mistake was made, studied for my Bible quiz and my music history test for tomorrow. But yeah, that was my weekend. Thanks for watching. In the description is my social media, and see you in the next video. Bye.